Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Well, I hope it's different anyway. I had an idea about making a wardrobe full of clothes. Not necessarily a wardrobe, but I'm going to start with the base, and I've got my wire and some tools out. I think my actual baby pliers might be upstairs, probably with my jewellery, but anyway, I thought that I'd just struggle along with this and see if I can do something. So my plan is to cut some of these things down and turn them into a wardrobe. So I've got paper dolls, and I just wanted to see what other girls I had. Oh, here. No idea if it's going to work, but as usual, I'll just give it a go and then we'll see how we go. So this girl here, or this lady, has a handbag. But I figure if I chop her clothes off, or her head off, I should say. Chopping heads off again. I must say, I don't mean to be hurting these things. I might keep the heads. You never know when the heads might be handy, or even the feet as well. So I'm going to chop her up and see what she looks like without head and feet. Okay, so the plan is to make it just look like a dress hanging in the wardrobe. But of course I need to chop her hands off as well, don't I? Oh dear, I'm being very destructive today. Get rid of the hands because I don't want it to look like there's a person. I think I can get away with chopping it up here and then across here to get rid of her hand. Because it's dark, I'm not sure that you're going to notice that I've chopped the handbag off. And now I need to make a little hanger. Now I actually thought that I had some baby hangers, but I've been looking and I can't find them. You just know that the minute I finish, I will look and remember where I put them. But for now, I think I'm just going to make my own. So just a hanger shape, really. So a hanger sort of comes up like this, doesn't it? And then goes straight along the bottom. And I need to make it sort of like maybe that wide. So just bend it over. Is that big enough? I think so. And then twist it around. And then I probably should chop some of it off because it might be a bit big now. If I make it into a hanger shape. Okay. And then I'm going to cut some and hope for the best. Actually, I'm trying to cut two pieces of wire here. Let me open it and cut one at a time. It'll be much easier. Okay, and then put it over. I think that looks like a hanger, doesn't it? Which way do you hang your clothes in the wardrobe? Do you put this part of the hanger in or out? I'll tell you what, I worked at a dress shop when I first left school. I couldn't get a job anywhere else. I only worked there for a couple of months. Actually, that wasn't the first job I had. It was the second job I had. And the hangers all had to be facing out, so you hook them onto the bar. Like if this is the bar in the shop, you couldn't put them on like this with that part of the hanger facing out. They all had to be on this way. Something to do with they stayed on better like that, I don't know. Anyway, I want to just put this in here so it looks like a hanger in the wardrobe. I don't know why, it was just an idea that I had. So that looks okay. And now I need to put more. So I was thinking a number of dresses might be the thing. See what this girl's like. If I could get her dress in there. It's about the same size, so that's a good thing. Again, I have to chop her hand off, her arm off, and her legs. Oops, there they go. And even a head. I will have to do something with all these body parts I've got left lying around. She's got a high neck this time, so I'll take that and go down like that. I'd like to get something that doesn't have a high neck. Now because she's got this flower and her hand's still there, and that's got a hole in it, I'm going to stick this behind. So I'm going to have one kind of here, and then I'll have the next one to hide her arm. Now the trick is to make more hangers that look the same, which may well be impossible, but if I use this as the template, see if I can do it. Put it on there, wrap that wire around, put it on this side. Let me just cut some of this off, make it easier to work with. This is a very thin wire I'm using, so it's not difficult to fold. And then that's a sort of similar shape, isn't it? I can get it out of there. Not that they have to be the same. We all have different sorts of hangers in our wardrobe, I'm sure. Unless you just like the one sort of hanger. And then wrap it around. See how far up we need to bring this. Not sure what you'd use this for. It was just, I wanted to try it. Just an idea I had. If I chop this off here and then get this one off here, I'm sure then I can, where's my pliers? I can use my pliers, actually my husband pliers, but don't tell him that I've got them here in the craft room, will you? Because he's always looking at my craft room going, why have you got this and why have you got my that in here? I go, well, because I use them. So if I, now which way am I going to face the hangers? To the left or the right? I think to the left would be nice. I'm going to start by sticking something down. So this one will be on the end, and then I'll pop the hanger behind it. Because once I start sticking it down, I think it'll be easier to control rather than how they are at the moment. And maybe I do need to stick that down first, because I don't know how I'm going to put it down other than maybe hold it with a bit of washi. Let me grab this up, work out where it's going to go. It's going to go there. I probably don't need to make this the bottom bit. I could just do the hooks really, couldn't I? But I thought it might be easier to make the whole thing. Don't know. Okay, now this next one will go in here. It's a bit wobbly, that hanger at the top, isn't it? I'll cut this bit off here too. Yes, I need to clean my wardrobe out. I cleaned it out a couple of years ago. Maybe it was only beginning of last year. No, it was before that. It must have been the year before. And I got rid of all my work clothes because I'd stopped going to the office to work and I really didn't need them anymore. So I just ditched them all, sent them all to Goodwill, which was great. I had those big, you know, I don't know if you have them overseas, but here we have these big red and blue bags which are massive. You buy them at the $2 shop and you know they hold a lot. They've got a zipper on them. And so what I did was I filled 2 bags of those, maybe even 3, but I filled 2 just with my work clothes, what I call my good suits and things like that. And hopefully they were appreciated by people who are still working, who wanted quality designer clothes for a cheap price. Actually, I need to bring that down a bit. So what I thought I'd do is I bought another piece of washi out. Actually, what I'm going to do is grab that cotton thing that I was using the other day. So maybe I can make this into the hanger. That might be cool, mightn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And I need some tape to tape it down on the other side. Then I'll have somewhere to position the clothes. So I'm flying blind a little bit at the moment. At least if I have a little, you know, like a bar there, I can hang them on. And then I can put the clothing on it. Let's grab this back up again. Put this here. Stick it down. And then get my suit. Actually, what I'm going to do is take this off now. So I'm going to cut away the shirt that's in there. So I want to put it there just to hold it. I'm going to go down and cut this out around the collar. So you can see the hanger underneath like that. I'm going to have to put something else there, or I move this piece of washi to the other side. Put that there. How's that? Yep, I think that'll be fine. I was looking through my paper dolls to get some to do this with, and I must admit there weren't many to choose from because a lot of them had hands actually on the garment like that, and I didn't want to sort of have them covering up every single garment. Now I need to put this here so it looks like the hanger is holding up the shoulder, although this is, you know, fluffy at the top, so I think that will look quite good like that. How's that looking? Getting a little wardrobe going, because now I've put my hangers down and I need them for the template, but never mind. We'll just have some different sized hangers. I'm going to use the wrong scissors on this instead of my little clippers, which are brilliant. Okay, we'll just have different size. I'm sure I can make it up as I go along. That looks like a good size for a hanger, doesn't it? As I said, I'm sure there are some people who have the same hangers throughout their wardrobe. I'm not one of them. I have different hangers. I have some plastic hangers and then I have some crocheted hangers as well. I'm going to bring this around here and chop it off. It's way too long at the moment. Let's just go like this. And chop this off here to make it a bit smaller. I will have to squeeze that in though because it's sticking out. Yeah, and that might be a good variation to get the variation of the fact that she is like it's a shorter dress now. Yep, and her arms and that are going to come off easily. Chop her arm off. Hope you're not listening with anyone else in earshot. They'll wonder what I'm talking about or what you're listening to, which happened to me the other day as well. Somebody told me, which I told you about. I'm not violent really, I'm just thought that this might be a cute idea. And the other thing you could do, of course, is you could make your own dresses, couldn't you? I think her head has to come off. Let's just get that a bit straighter. Oh, got a disembodied head there. And this one will go on here like this. Will it not? Needs to come down a bit, doesn't it? I'm going to have to bend this down like that because I want the top of the hanger to poke up. Like I said, I don't have to really do the bottom bit of the hanger at all. I could just do them as fake. I want it to come like there. So I may have to pull it down on the back. Improvising, just squishing the hanger down on the back a little bit and then bending it up so that it's not in the way of where I want it to be. And then positioning it perfectly like that. So this time I'm going to put the washi down on the back of the clothing, which may have been the best idea to start with, to get it where I want it to be exactly. I want it there. Let's put that down there. Just straighten that up a bit. There you go. Again, I'm going to have to pull it down to create the shape I want. Ah, it's all going pear-shaped. Well, not really, it's going in the shape I don't want. Pear-shaped might be okay, but this is not. Hang on, we'll rescue this. I'm sure I can rescue it. I'm feeling quite confident. Okay, that's fine. Squeeze it in a bit so that I can stick it with some washi. And put it where I need it to be, which is right on the dress there. Okay, let's stick Coat Lady's thing down. Get her so that it's in the right place, which I think that's looking pretty good. How's that? Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? There's something wrong with this. I think I have to squeeze this in here a bit. That's better, I think, because it's on the collar. It probably wouldn't be there. It'd be across the shoulder a bit more. And I think that's fine. Let's put her on. Stick it down. Hold it, make sure it's all stuck. There you go. I think that's fine. This one here is bothering me a tiny bit, just how it's fallen, but I don't know if I can do anything about it other than bring that around a bit more. That's probably better. So there you go, that's that one. While I was sitting here doing that, I remembered that I do have an actual wardrobe stamp in my stash, would you believe? I know that's a weird thing to have, but obviously I like coat hangers and things because I do have one. So I'm going to pull it out and see if I can have a play with it and see if it'll work for something like this. I haven't touched it for years, so I really have no idea if it will work or not. That's something, I guess, a bit different to do with your paper dolls, isn't it? To create little wardrobes for them. So just hang 5 while I grab what I want, and then I'll get on with the next bit. And like I said, I have a set which is a wardrobe, and I had forgotten all about this. So there you go. It's got all sorts of things on it, and it's even got a little coat hanger. Look at that, I could have used that. In fact, I could use that to do some baby ones, couldn't I? Let's try it and see if I can get a little image. I don't think I've ever used it. I know that's shocking. There you go. Okay, if I just draw a line, I'm not sure what I'll put for the railing really, but I just want to make sure they're lined up. So if I draw a line across here in pencil, and then I can put some more little hangers on. So that's that little girl, and I'll see if I can find some more of the teeny tiny ones that I can put to do a little wardrobe across here. I'm going to have to get a stamp block out so I get this in the correct spot. So I'm going to pull the dress up and start again. I haven't used my stamp block in years, but I'm sure I can remember how still. I can't find the bit that you normally used it with, so I'm going to have to improvise, but I think I can manage to improvise quite well. For a start, I need to ink the stamp and then see if that works. Is that where I want it? Maybe up a tiny little bit. Try it again and put it down. Note down a little bit now. That's pretty good. So I need to put the top of the stamp block here. Now I'm drawing a line so I can line it up again. Normally there's a tool that you use, but I can't find that, so we'll move on just with my improvised line, and I'll start again in the pile of things. So obviously all that's going to be cut off. That's not worked. It's got to go up a little bit. Is my line crooked or am I crooked? Okay, try again. I think the problem is I moved the page. All right, we need to go to plan 55 since I've exhausted lots of other plans. So what I will do is I will take this double-sided tape and I'll stick this piece to my thing, my board. Now let's try again and see if I can get this to get in the right spot. Where's my hanger? Nope, that needs to go up. It needs to come down. I think that's pretty good actually. I should put one here in that corner. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm running out of room now, of course, as I'm working my way across. I'm kind of getting everything in the wrong spot. And of course, every time I move it, I have to recheck it. It's got to go up a little bit. I don't know, that line seems to be in the wrong spot for me. Try that. That's pretty good now. All right, so let's put a stamp down. And that's going to be that first one that I had, which is now gone somewhere here. That's going to be number 1. And then this one here will sit beside it. So I kind of need that there. I think right above that. Let's just move these out of the way and hope for the best. Oh, look at that. So that'll go there. And this one here. It should have been across a little bit actually, so I'll have to do a different one there. I can't do this little girl, can I? Because she's like not quite in the right spot. What about here? Yep, that one works. To cover that up. Yep, that works fine. And now the next one I need to put closer, don't I, than I did that one. All right. Just figuring it out here. That needs to go there. One on there, one on there, and then what am I going to put on the next hanger? Maybe this one, right up there. I think that's fine. Let's just move it across and I will retest it before I stamp anything down. So I've got 1, 2, and this will be 3. Just put that so it sits in place there. The puffy one will come across here, and then this one in place. This is very fiddly, but actually I don't mind doing it. Isn't that funny? Because usually I hate fiddly things, but this is fun fiddly. I need another piece of clothing, which is going to be, I have to hide an arm, so I need something that will hide an arm. Start putting some down now. Not sure how much further I can go. I think I'm running out of dolls more than anything, but I do have a couple packets of dolls I've not opened. So maybe I need to open them up and see if I've got any different ones in there. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I have to improvise by cutting some more two, you know, dual people apart, so that the left-hand one I can use elsewhere, but the right-hand one can sit on these hangers. Then I was going to do this girl next. Cut his shoes and legs off to start with. And it's got, see, he's got his hands behind his back, but if I cut down in here in the collar, kind of taking the bow tie out, it'll look more like a female suit. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I think he's too big. The problem is that's too big. Unless I cut the coat out by itself. Now there's an idea. Let's cut the jacket out and leave the shirt. See if this will work. I think that's fine. What about that? Okay, so I haven't got a hanger for her. So the hanger for her, and I'm going to have to practice again. The hanger for her needs to go right here. Let's see if I'm still in the ballpark. Don't know if I've got which one's which now. So I've used that many of them. I think that's okay. See if I can. Yep, that's okay. I think I'm just get it up a tiny bit. That's good. So it needs to go right here, because she's basically got to get in on top of that, hasn't she? That's almost going to be right on top of it. Maybe I should do the coat and not worry about that. I've already got the coat, haven't I? No, I'm going to have to do her on that hanger, and then that's right, I got mixed up. He's going on this hanger, or that coat is going on this hanger. Okay, down. Right, we'll get there. Put that around there because it's got a square collar. So I want to sit it on the edge of the coat hanger, and then where's my coat here? I'd like to do a couple more if I can find. Oh, I didn't put this girl in. Oh, why didn't you scream at me and tell me that I'd missed the girl? And I'll work out what else I'm going to do on here. So that's it really for today. Here's the big and here's the little DIY wardrobe. But I think they're fun. So that was a fun time, I thought. What do you think? I guess I'll leave it up to you guys. So this is Deborah. Thanks for joining me today, and I will catch you next time.